Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE superstar Rhea Ripley has been making headlines recently due to an incident she faced. While many have taken her side, wrestling veteran Vince Russo is more upset about her apparent lack of accountability. Ripley was swarmed by fans in public recently when trying to get into a cab. The incident seemingly left her frustrated after, which she sent a message on social media directed at her fans. According to Vince Russo, this was an overreaction, and Ripley herself should have been more responsible for her safety. Speaking on this week's episode of Writing with Russo, The Vo, WWE veteran expressed his frustration over Ripley's handling of the matter. He said, "Watch the full video below." According to Vince Russo, the Eradicator had ample options to keep herself safe in a public environment. Speaking on the same episode of Writing with Russo, the veteran stated, "For now, it remains to be seen how." Ripley plans to deal with similar situations down the line in her WWE career. In the ever-unpredictable world of professional wrestling, emotions often spill over into public forums, and the latest controversy has placed former Women's World champion Rhea Ripley directly in the spotlight. A recent incident has sparked a wave of debate among fans and insiders alike, and one WWE veteran has now stepped forward to express his sheer frustration with the way Ripley handled the situation. His choice of words was blunt, raw, and carried the weight of a man who has seen the industry evolve through decades of highs and lows. His message was simple, but loaded with meaning. "Seriously, man." Those two words, delivered in an exclusive interview, now echo through the wrestling community and have created another ripple effect in the ongoing discussion about accountability, perception, and how today's stars carry themselves under the pressure of fame. The incident in question stems from Ripley's public reaction to a backstage matter that has been whispered about since WWE Clash in Paris. Though details were initially scarce, multiple reports indicated that tensions flared after an unscripted confrontation involving Ripley and a fellow performer. While WWE has yet to issue an official statement clarifying what exactly transpired, Ripley herself attempted to brush off the matter with a casual response on social media. Fans expected a more professional or empathetic statement, yet Ripley instead took a tone that many described as dismissive. It wasn't long before the backlash began, and veterans of the industry who value tradition and accountability weighed in. Among them, the WWE legend, who gave the exclusive remarks, pulled no punches in expressing his annoyance. "I'm gonna be honest with you," he said. "I've been around this business long enough to know that how you react to something matters just as much as what actually happened." And when I saw her response, "Seriously, man, that's all I could say. She's one of the most talented athletes we've got, but the way she reacted, that doesn't sit right with me." His tone was one of both disappointment and concern as Cole whined, and he emphasized that the younger generation of wrestlers need to understand the weight of their words and actions. Ripley, known as Mommy, and widely regarded as the enforcer and backbone of the Judgment Day, has built a reputation on being unapologetic, fearless, and often abrasive in character. That persona has resonated with millions of fans around the globe. However, this latest incident blurs the lines between character and reality, leaving fans confused about whether Ripley's response was part of her defiant image or simply poor judgment in a sensitive situation. Social media has since erupted into two camps: those defending Ripley for staying true to herself, and those criticizing her for showing a lack of maturity and respect. The WWE veteran's comments highlight an important generational divide. Wrestlers from earlier eras often recall a time when the locker room had an unspoken code of conduct, where respect for the business and its people came first. In his view, Ripley's response went against that tradition. "This business isn't just about being a star in the ring," he explained. "It's about knowing when to turn it on and when to turn it off. You can't just laugh off something serious and think people won't notice. Back in our day, that would have been handled a whole different way." His words reflect a deep concern that the current wave of talent risks losing sight of what makes professional wrestling more than just entertainment: the respect for the craft and the people within it. Ripley's rise to superstardom has been nothing short of meteoric. From her breakout performances in NXT to her history-making victory at WrestleMania, she has proven herself as one of WWE's most bankable stars. Her dominance as Women's World Champion solidified her position as a generational talent, and her crossover appeal has made her a household name beyond wrestling circles. Yet fame brings scrutiny, and every move she makes is under the microscope of fans, peers, and veterans. The veteran who spoke out insists this moment is a test of Ripley's ability to navigate the responsibilities that come with such a platform. "I'm not saying she's a bad person," he clarified. "I'm saying she needs to recognize the weight of her words. Every response, every tweet, every little comment matters now. People look up to her. Young wrestlers, young fans, everyone. You don't just represent yourself, you represent the company, the locker room, the whole industry." His frustration, then, isn't rooted in dislike, but in disappointment. An urge to see Ripley succeed without stumbling into mistakes that could tarnish her legacy. Interestingly, Ripley herself has remained relatively quiet since her initial reaction, fueling speculation about whether WWE officials have asked her to refrain from further comments. Some insiders believe she may issue a more formal statement soon, possibly addressing the matter on live television. Others argue that doubling down on her unapologetic persona could strengthen her image as a rebellious anti-hero, further blurring the line between real-life controversy and scripted storytelling. In either case, the response has created a storyline of its own, one that may inevitably find its way into WWE programming. The reaction from fans has been equally passionate. On X, formerly Twitter, one fan wrote, "Rhea is the best thing about WWE right now, and people are mad she's not apologizing. She doesn't owe anyone anything." Another countered with, "Superstars are role models whether they like it or not. Dismissing a serious issue isn't cool. It's irresponsible." The debate continues to rage, showing just how polarizing Ripley has become, even at the peak of her career. What makes this situation so fascinating is the layered dynamic between Ripley's unapologetic persona and the expectations placed upon her as a top star. The WWE veteran's words carry weight not only because of his history in the business, but also because they represent the voice of a generation that values humility and respect. "Seriously, man," he repeated during the interview, shaking his head. "I just want her to realize she's bigger than all this now. She's one of the best, no doubt about it. But sometimes being the best means knowing when to step back and think before you respond." Whether Ripley will heed those words remains to be seen. WWE's ability to turn real-life controversies into compelling television is unmatched, and there's little doubt that creative decision-makers are closely monitoring the fallout. For Ripley, this could either become a blemish on her otherwise stellar career, or another stepping stone that solidifies her as one of the most complex, layered characters in modern wrestling. In the end, the veteran's frustration boils down to a simple desire to see the next generation respect the foundation built before them. "We paved the way for them to be here," he said. "All I ask is that they remember that. You don't have to agree with everything we did, but respect goes a long way. That's what keeps this business alive." His final words about Ripley captured both his annoyance and his hope. "She's got everything it takes to be the face of this industry for the next decade. But moments like this, they can change everything. Seriously, man." The coming weeks will reveal whether Ripley chooses to stand firm in her defiance or soften her stance with a more thoughtful approach. Either way, the wrestling world is watching, and as history has shown, moments of controversy often define careers just as much as championship victories. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.